Narayan Namaste. Welcome back to Zeel Astrology, your go-to channel for all things Vedic astrology. Now, I'm really sorry. I promised that I would be bringing this particular video and the video on Jupiter, retro Jupiter in Gemini by the end of November. I was supposed to bring that video, but I was not able to do that because since last 2 weeks, life has been going really up and down, and I don't know, like. Sometimes you just have to let go of certain things and just go with the flow. So I will again try my best to be on track with the videos. Anyways, so let's begin with today's video. Saturn got direct on 28th of November in Purvabhadrapda Nakshatra in the sign of Pisces. Now, Saturn will stay in this nakshatra until 28th of January 2026. After that, it will move into Uttarbhadrapda Nakshatra. Now, there's one important thing that you need to remember here is that this is the last time Saturn will travel through Purvabhadrapad, and it will not return to this particular nakshatra for the next 28-29 years. So this phase of Saturn's transit, this last phase of Saturn's transit in Purvabhadrapad becomes very important. I will explain why later in this video. So now until now Saturn was moving in retrograde motion, and that retrograde energy was little heavy and intense for many people. When Saturn was retrograde in Purvabhadrapada, a lot of chaos was happening around the world. If you remember, during this time we saw tariffs being imposed on India and other countries, some major tariffs, some major natural calamities that happened, the terrorist incident in the capital of India, tax changes, tax reforms, and many events across the globe that happened during that period. The atmosphere at that time felt unstable and uncertain. And now as Saturn becomes direct, the pressure slowly starts easing. It may not go away completely because it is still Purvabhadrapada and it is still Saturn. But the energy will not feel as sharp or as overwhelming as it did in retrograde phase. There will be little more clarity and a little less confusion. Like I said in the beginning, this is the final transit of Saturn in this nakshatra, as Saturn won't return to this nakshatra for next 29-30 years, and that is why this period is important. And before diving deeper, I would be grateful if you could subscribe, like and share these videos with your friends and family. And also please do not forget to hype this video and do not forget to hit the notification bell so you are always up to date with our latest content. You can also follow Zeel Astrology on Instagram now, and for personal consultations, feel free to email me. All the links are given in the description box below. Whenever Saturn enters the last phase of any nakshatra or any zodiac sign, it begins to give its result fully or to the full potential. The retrograde phase we just crossed was the last retrogression of Saturn in Purvabhadrapada, and that is why we saw some extreme outcomes. Saturn has already delivered a lot during the retrograde motion, and now the remaining results will come in its direct motion. Saturn will not return to this nakshatra for many years, so whatever whatever is meant to happen in Purvabhadrapada will happen now. And because Rahu is currently in Shatabhisha and Saturn is direct in Purvabhadrapada, certain themes become very visible. Some results will show up openly and clearly, and some results will appear indirectly in the background in ways that are not always obvious. And when I say indirect effect, can look like on a global level, it can look like hidden conflicts, secret planning, strategies, cyber attacks, backdoor politics, or situation where one person or country tries to use someone else to do their work instead of acting directly. just like the saying, shooting from someone else's shoulder. Although all these things are common nowadays, but it will be more prominent during this phase. Now that Saturn is direct, the redo and repeat energy of retrograde Saturn will become lighter, because Saturn is now direct. And this is the final stretch of Saturn. So whatever Saturn feels is necessary for your growth, it will give you now. And whatever it is no longer meant for you, whoever or whatever has completed its role in your life, Saturn may remove it slowly, gradually from your path. This is never to punish you, but to align you with a bigger purpose that you may not see yet. This is the time to pause, reflect, and understand that Saturn is trying to show you something. It is time to accept changes with maturity. Even if some changes feel uncomfortable in the beginning, Saturn is preparing you for a new chapter ahead. This last stretch in Purvabhadrapda is like the final clearing before a fresh start. Apart from all this, we also need to remember that Jupiter had re-entered Gemini on December 5th, and it will be in retrograde motion. And since Purvabhadrapada is placed in Pisces, the fourth pada of Purvabhadrapada falls in Pisces, and Pisces is ruled by Jupiter. Purvabhadrapada is ruled by Jupiter, so we cannot ignore Jupiter's role here. Right now, Saturn is the dispositor of Rahu, so Rahu becomes important too. With retrograde Jupiter in Gemini and Rahu in Satabhisha, the direct phase of Saturn in Purvabhadrapada will also allow certain desires to rise. This period can also bring manipulation through words, because Rahu's illusion will become stronger here. Saturn will not stop this illusion. In fact, Saturn will let Rahu expand that fog even more. Until Rahu stays in Shatabhisha, this feeling of confusion, manipulation, or maybe emotional manipulation, verbal manipulation, or such similar things may continue. Many people may try to convince you, influence you, or play mind games with you. Emotionally, also some people may behave in confusing ways. And this part may not ease completely until Saturn is in Purvabhadrapada. But spiritually, this is a very, very beautiful and a very beautiful and a deep time. Purvabhadrapada is a powerful nakshatra for spiritual growth. Saturn here becomes very supportive for this inner growth and meditation and serious self-reflection as well. And Jupiter is indirectly supporting Saturn during this entire phase. Even though Jupiter is in Gemini and Saturn is in Pisces, they are still working on the same background theme. They are pushing the world towards certain events, certain transformations, certain changes which people may not understand immediately. I also mentioned in my Rahu and Satabhisha video that Saturn is actually playing along with Rahu during this time. So Rahu's illusion will become more active. And in India, especially, all the planetary combination right now may show strong effects on jobs and careers. Many people may leave their jobs willingly or may lose their jobs, maybe due to technology or AI or maybe some other reason, or even by getting frustrated from their work and workload and work politics. While Saturn is in Purvabhadrapada and Rahu is in Satabhisha, this combination can show extreme behaviors in people. If this transit activates in a negative part in someone's chart, they may act impulsively, aggressively, or even violently without thinking twice. They may not even feel regret. This is the darker expression of this combination. On the positive side, Purvabhadrapada can take a person deep beneath the surface of life. It has tremendous capacity for research, investigation, and understanding hidden things. With Saturn in Purvabhadrapada and Rahu in Satabhisha, this period becomes very powerful for research in science, technology, medicine, and many deeper fields. And and we can see important discoveries and breakthroughs emerging during this period. Purvabhadrapada is also a nakshatra that carries a strong energy of secrecy. And Purvabhadrapada is two-faced. So during this period, it becomes very common for some people to hide things, and it becomes harder to understand their real intentions, just like Satyapisha. If someone follows Jupiter's values, stays on the right path, and lives with morals and dharma, and then this nakshatra actually will lift that person up. But the moment we move away from that righteous energy, the other side of this nakshatra starts showing itself. And once Jupiter's influence fades, the stage gets naturally set for destruction and dissolution. It is like Lord Vishnu, who protects and maintains the world, is taking a step back. So Rudra can work freely. This is why holding on to righteous qualities becomes extremely important during this period. And from 5th of December, when Jupiter will no longer aspect Pisces or Saturn, so there will be no positive or protective influence of Saturn or on the Purvabhadrapada energy. That is why walking on the right path becomes even more necessary. Now, who will feel this transit more strongly? People with Pisces ascendant or moon sign, Sagittarius ascendant moon sign, those running Saturn or Jupiter dashas, Mahadasha or Antardasha, who have prominent planets placed in Purvabhadrapada, especially in Pisces, or those who have Saturn placed in Kendra houses, may feel this transit more intensely than others. For remedial part, simply chanting Om Namah Shivaya with devotion will really help you a lot. Offering water to Shivling every morning will also bring calmness. And reading or chanting Shiv Sahasranam or reading Bhagavad Gita will be also very beneficial during this period. And if you already are someone who is chanting Vishnu Sahasranam or Narayan Kavash, then it will really support you. In fact, you should do it on a daily basis. It will support you through this entire period. Now let's jump to quick ascendant-wise analysis. Aries ascendant. For Aries natives, Saturn is moving, is going direct in the sign of Pisces in your 12th house, and Saturn rules your 10th and your 11th house. Now, Saturn's placement in the 12th house has already been creating anxiety, restlessness, and disturbances in your sleep for many Aries natives, and these feelings may still continue for some time. You may feel a little relief, but it will not be a complete release from these issues. If you have been experiencing emotional heaviness, loneliness, or inner blockages during Saturn's retrograde motion, you may now start noticing small positive changes. But still, some issues will remain persistent. Maybe sleep may still feel disturbed. So living a disciplined lifestyle, eating clean, managing stress, and staying away from intoxicating habits will help your health and mind in a very positive manner. During this period, taking care of your health becomes very important. Spiritually, this transit is extremely beautiful. Saturn in the 12th house is a very beautiful position for deeper spiritual understanding, and those who are already spiritually awakened will feel a stronger connection with divine. You may find yourself balancing the material world and the spiritual world in a better manner. Your expenses may increase too during this period, so it becomes important to control unnecessary spendings, especially on luxury items. Even if income increases, unmanaged expenses can create dissatisfaction. So being careful and mindful with money will help you feel more stable. If you lost your job during Saturn's retrograde phase, then you may start seeing new opportunities now depending on your chart. And this period is also good for people working in foreign related fields, maybe in import export, or working in MNCs, foreign travel industries, or any work connected with other countries. Even creative people who express themselves through some darker artistic themes may feel inspired and supported at this period. This is also a time for self-reflection. Saturn wants you to look back at whatever challenges you faced during the retrograde phase and understand why that happened. It is a time to correct mistakes or work on certain things, heal emotional patterns and bring balance. Try to bring balance in your life. If you have been facing delays in foreign travel, or if you wished to work abroad but things were not moving, now the chances of progress become stronger if your chart supports it. This is a wonderful phase for mantra chanting, for spiritual practices at home like havans, katha, or any devotional spiritual activity. Try to stay emotionally balanced. Spend time with family and share your feelings openly with your near and dear ones. When things feel overwhelming, talking honestly with your closed ones can bring a lot of comfort to you. This phase is actually a golden opportunity to deepen your connection with your family. Now, coming to the aspects of Saturn, then Saturn's third aspect from Purvabhadrapda will fall on Taurus, your second house. Now, you may feel some relaxation in finances and may even find new ways of earning as well. But at the same time, Saturn will keep reminding you to manage money wisely. Savings should be protected and expenses should be controlled until Saturn leaves Pisces. This is something that you need to keep in mind. Apart from that, this is also a good time to improve your communication skills and refine the way you speak. Now, the seventh aspect of Saturn will fall on the sign of Virgo, your sixth house. This energy is very helpful if you want to improve your daily routine, your eating habits, and your physical health. If you want to start exercising, doing yoga, or following a disciplined lifestyle, this is the perfect time to motivate yourself and stay consistent. If you faced office politics, competition, or conflicts with others during Saturn's retrograde phase, then now you may start feeling slight relief, not completely, but slight. And if you have been preparing for competitive exams but were not getting good results, then your hard work may finally start showing some progress depending on your chart and efforts. Now, the 10th aspect of Saturn will fall on the sign of Sagittarius, your ninth house. And Jupiter is also aspecting this house from Gemini. Now, with both Saturn and Jupiter influencing your ninth house, you may feel a bit of relief in matters related to your luck. This is a good time to work on your studies or start any higher learning that helps you grow. If you had misunderstandings with your father, this is the perfect time to mend the relationships. Although his health may still need some attention, but overall things will feel better than before. Spiritually, this is an extremely powerful, a beautiful period again. Saturn in Purvabhadrapda in the 12th house combined with its aspect on the 9th house and Jupiter also aspecting the same house creates a pathway for true spiritual awakening. People who genuinely follow a spiritual path will feel deeper wisdom and a strong connection with God. And for those who are not spiritual, this is actually the best time to start to take a step ahead towards spirituality, because it can bring real inner growth, emotional clarity and inner peace. You may also have chances for long journeys, especially if previous travel plans faced delays. This is time when long distance travels can finally move forward. Taurus ascendant. For Taurus natives, Saturn is moving direct in Purvabhadrapda Nakshatra in your 12th house in the sign of Pisces. Now, this direct motion can bring some financial relief, especially if you faced struggles during Saturn's retrograde phase. If you have been putting in sincere effort in your work and carrying good intentions in your actions, then Saturn now will start opening doors for you. It may slowly release you from certain burdens that were holding you back. The speed will not be fast because Saturn still has a long journey in your 12th house, but the heaviness of the retrograde period will definitely reduce. It is very important for Taurus natives to avoid shortcuts for earning money. Saturn supports honest effort and pure intention. So if you have handled your responsibilities with patience, without complaining, and have tried to pass Saturn's test with maturity, even if you have at least tried, then this is the phase when Saturn will start giving you results slowly and gradually. This is a time when your career can give you gains if your chart supports. Pending promotions, increments, or long-awaited recognition may finally start moving forward. You may also gain something valuable from your father, from your teachers and gurus as well. And this gain can come in form of blessings, guidance, or knowledge as well, apart from financial gains. There may be some changes in your career or even in your social circle. Some people may even move out of your life, and some new people may enter during this period. Saturn is now in the final stage of Purvabhadrapda, so it will remove what you no longer need and give you what will help you in the next part of your journey. Acceptance and openness will make this phase much easier to handle. Now, the third aspect of Saturn will fall on your ascendant, your first house, Taurus. And this is a purifying aspect. And because this is the last phase of Saturn in this nakshatra, you may feel a shift in your thinking. Old patterns, old mentality, or fears may slowly be cleared out, and new way of thinking may begin to form. This new mindset will guide you for many years ahead. But because Saturn is looking at your first house, at yourself, you must take care of your health. Saturn often shows some health issues here. And apart from that, drink plenty of water as well, because Saturn brings dehydration. So drinking plenty of water, eating on time and healthy food, and following a disciplined lifestyle will help keep you stronger. Avoid unhealthy habits and try to bring regular exercises into your routine as well. Now, the seventh aspect of Saturn will fall on your fifth house, the sign of Virgo. Students who have been putting in real hard work may finally start seeing positive results. Those who were getting negative results or feeling stuck during the retrograde phase may now receive some support. Saturn will still test your focus by making you feel distracted at times. But this is only part of the lesson. If you stay disciplined and continue your efforts, Saturn will reward you. You may also notice some shifts in your romantic life. And for those trying to conceive, there can be some positive results that you may see. But you need to take care of your health during pregnancy. Now, the 10th aspect of Saturn will fall on the sign of Sagittarius, your 8th house, where Jupiter is also aspecting from Gemini. Now this brings a little relief in the 8th house matters. Though some ups and downs may still remain and will still happen, but there will be some relief as well. If your chart is strongly activated by this transit, if your 8th house is strongly activated, then you may go through deep inner changes or emotional transformations, because Saturn is influencing your 1st house, 5th house and 8th house at the same time. Jupiter's aspect will help bring some relief, but there are certain things where you need to take care, especially in the health matters. Health should be taken seriously. If you already have chronic issues, then you must not ignore them. Matters related to inheritance or shared property may show progress if they have been stuck for a long time. But it is better to stay away from risky or speculative investments during this period. Long-term and safe choices will be better option for your financial stability. Gemini ascendant. For Gemini native, Saturn is moving direct through Pisces in your 10th house in Purvabhadrapda Nakshatra. Now, if you have been feeling pressure at work, mental or physical, then you might notice small improvements now. If your efforts were overlooked during Saturn's retrograde, this is the time when some of that recognition can start to come through. Even so, work responsibilities may remain heavy while Saturn stays in Pisces, but you will still feel some relaxation. And apart from that, during this period, you could also face some friction with seniors or colleagues. If you meet your duties calmly, honestly, and with steady effort, then Saturn will reward your efforts. Remember, Saturn never gives anything instantly. Even though it gives slowly, patiently, but what it gives, it will last for a long time. So avoid any impulsive career moves during this period, like quitting your job without a backup plan or anything else. If you want to change your career, your job or field, then plan well and keep something solid in place before you take the leap. Now, if you were unemployed or stalled during Saturn's retrograde, fresh opportunities may arrive now, and this period is a very good period to upskill or learn something useful for your career. So use this period rather than resisting changes. Jupiter, which has entered your ascendant, will act as in protective influence. So use that blessing of Jupiter to grow in your life. Now, the third aspect of Saturn will fall on your 12th house in the sign of Taurus. Now, this can affect your sleep, and this can also affect your well-being as well. Take care of your health, rest and mental balance. The Jupiter's transit in your first house will help as a saving grace, especially if you are already looking after yourself. This is also a supportive time for long journeys or resolving delays in foreign travel, and it's a very good phase to deepen spiritual practice. Now, the 7th aspect of Saturn will fall on your 4th house, the sign of Virgo. Now, you can work on healing family tensions now. Patience and maturity will really help mend the relationships at home. Be mindful of your mother's health if there are concerns, and be careful with property paperwork if you plan to buy any new property. Double check documents before signing. You will likely feel pulled between work and family, so try to balance both calmly. I know it's not easy, but at least try. Don't let frustration turn into anger because of this, because it can hurt your relationships at both the places, career and personal life. Now, the 10th aspect of Saturn will fall on your 7th house, the sign of Sagittarius. And Jupiter is also aspecting this house, your 7th house, the sign of Sagittarius. Here, married couples who put in sincere, mature effort can see gradual improvement. If you are unmarried and your chart supports it, then this phase can bring marriage opportunities for you. But whatever relationship you enter into will be highly karmic in nature. And if possible, consider legalizing marriage after Rahu moves out of Shatbisha. Apart from that, doing some spiritual practice together at home, like, simple Havan or Katha or any other spiritual practice can strengthen the bond and bring learning for both the partners. For business-oriented people, this transit can support expansion and financial growth if you have been patient and persistent, and it's a good time to grow, but make decisions with wisdom and not impulsiveness. Check contracts carefully, don't trust anyone blindly, and prefer long-term safe choices over risky shortcuts. If you remain disciplined and thoughtful, then this period can actually bring real lasting progress in your career and business. Though it will be slow, but it will last for a longer period. Cancer ascendants. For Cancer natives, Saturn is moving direct in your 9th house and the sign of Pisces in Purvabhadrapda Nakshatra. And Saturn rules your 7th and your 8th house. Now this shift can feel a little lighter to you. You may slowly notice that some of your efforts are finally starting to give results. Not everything will fall into place at once, but a few things will begin moving in your favor. Your luck will start supporting you slowly and gradually. You will still need to work sincerely, patiently, and without taking shortcuts. If your intentions stay clean and your actions are honest, then Saturn will support your growth. Spiritually, this is a very beautiful time. Jupiter in your 12th house, Saturn in the 9th, and Rahu in the 8th. If this combination functions positively, then this creates a strong combination for spiritual awakening. Many Cancer natives will naturally feel more connected to God or feel a pull towards spiritual practices, prayer, meditation at home. This is also a lovely phase if you want to visit a sacred place or start meditation seriously or study a subject that requires deep focus and commitment. If you face delays in travel or long-distance journeys during Saturn's retrograde period, then this period can help you plan again with better results. Still, because Saturn is positioned in the 9th house, make sure you plan your trips carefully and you stay cautious. Now, the third aspect of Saturn will fall on your 11th house, the sign of Taurus. Now, if your finances felt tight or stressful lately, then you may see a little relief now, though not completely. At the same time, Jupiter entering Gemini, Jupiter which entered Gemini, may increase your expenses in the 12th house. So try to spend wisely and avoid unnecessary purchases or risky investments. This is a good time to work on your goals and dreams with honesty. Saturn will show you clearly which desires are real and meaningful for you and which ones are just temporary wishes. If you are willing to accept this truth, then Saturn will guide you in a very positive manner. This is also the period where you may fix issues with elder siblings or understand who truly supports you and who doesn't. Saturn will reveal people's intentions to you in its own manner. And it's up to you whether you choose to see those signs or not. Now, the seventh aspect of Saturn will fall on your 3rd house, the sign of Virgo. Some of your desires may get fulfilled, valid desires, but at the same time you may feel slightly unsatisfied, because Saturn will push you to understand the difference between real desires and momentary desires. This is a good time to improve your relationship with younger siblings. It is also a supportive period to begin something new, whether it's a project, a plan, or even a small new business. If your charts supports, just remember to think carefully and learn from past mistakes before starting anything new. Small issues with initiations may remain, but still you will be able to move forward. Apart from that, some issues with neighbors may continue, but they will be manageable. Now the 10th aspect of Saturn will fall on your 6th house, the sign of Sagittarius. And Jupiter is also aspecting this house. This is a time to stay active, disciplined and consistent in your daily life. Minor health issues may pop up, but Jupiter's aspect will provide protection and relief. You may face some competition or hidden enemies, but you will slowly overcome those challenges through steady effort and with patience. Saturn will teach you how to stand strong in challenges. If you have been dealing with any legal matter or some kind of dispute, then this period may bring gradual progress or relief. Whether you fully win or clear the issue will still depend on your personal birth chart. But overall, this time is more supportive than before. Throughout this period, the more honest, patient and sincere you stay, the more Saturn will guide you towards stability, clarity and long-term growth. Leo Ascendant. For Leo native, Saturn is moving direct in Pisces in your 8th house, in Purvabhadrapda Nakshatra. Now Saturn rules your 6th house and 7th house. This shift can bring a slight sense of relief. If you have been experiencing sudden challenges, emotional turbulence or unexpected challenges during Saturn's retrograde motion, then this direct motion will help you breathe a little easier. Though 8th house is still active, so some ups and downs won't completely disappear, but their intensity will reduce slowly. Do take care of your health, especially if you have any chronic issues, because Saturn will remain in Pisces for some time. And with the re-entry of Jupiter in Gemini, you will have an extra layer of support, because Jupiter is your 8th lord. And if your birth chart supports it, then this phase can bring inherited gains or sudden financial benefits as well. Spiritually, this is a deeply transformative time. If you are already walking a spiritual path, then Saturn will take you even deeper into spirituality and help you understand in a very deeper manner. This is an excellent time for meditation, inner healing, occult studies, astrology, research, mysticism, or anything that requires deep focus. People who work in investigative fields, archaeology, healing professions, insurance, or any area connected with ancient knowledge may see positive growth. It is better to avoid risky or speculative investments during this time. Focus on long-term stable decisions rather than quick money ideas. Some minor disagreements with in-laws or some financial issues may remain with them. But if those problems were intense during Saturn's retrograde motion, then the direct motion will ease them a bit. For unmarried people, this may not be the ideal period for marriage, because Saturn is in your 8th house and Rahu is in the 7th house, in Shatabisha specifically. And you may, although here you may meet someone interesting, but avoid rushing into long-term commitment, legal commitment. If possible, wait until Rahu leaves Satabisha, or even better, until Saturn leaves Pisces. Know the person deeply before entering a long-term commitment. Saturn in Purvabhadrapada will continue bringing inner transformations and some unavoidable ups and downs in your life. But it will also guide you wisely if you are willing to learn. This is a powerful period for deep research and intense study, as said earlier, and Saturn may even push you to learn those things. And the growth that Saturn brings will from within will be long lasting. If you are a business person and face delays or blocks during Saturn's retrograde motion, then this direct motion will slowly open better opportunities. Rahu in the 7th may give you an interesting ideas, out of the box ideas. And with patience of Saturn and wisdom of Jupiter and the creativity of Rahu, you can really achieve something very meaningful in your business. Although I would suggest that whatever decision you take in your business, do it very, very wisely. And it should not be impulsive in nature. Avoid any unethical shortcuts or businesses in businesses during this period, because the same Saturn that brings sudden gains in the 8th house can also bring sudden losses if you take the wrong path. Now the third aspect of Saturn will fall on the sign of Taurus, your 10th house. This is a phase of purification in your career. If you have learned from challenges during the retrograde phase, then this direct motion will feel smoother and more manageable. Workload may slightly reduce, helping you balance your personal and professional life better. You may also start thinking about making changes in your career or job, but avoid making decisions out of frustration. Think carefully and plan with stability. Now the 7th aspect of Saturn will fall on your 2nd house, the sign of Virgo. And with Jupiter re-entering Gemini and Saturn moving direct, your finances may begin to stabilize if they were disturbed earlier. You must, however, take care of your health areas such as your eyes, throat and teeth. Family matters may also feel slightly lighter than before, and this is a good time to heal or mend family relationships. Be mindful of your speech, because Saturn's aspect makes words heavier and more impactful. Avoid shortcuts or unethical methods of earning money, as they will lead to long-term trouble to you. Now the 10th aspect of Saturn will fall on your 5th house, the sign of Sagittarius, where Jupiter is also aspecting. This becomes a favorable period for conception. Just ensure proper health care. Spiritually, this phase is beautiful for mantra chanting, meditation and inner learning. Students who put in sincere effort will see encouraging results. This is also a beautiful time to upgrade your skills and deepen your knowledge, whether it is a subject or any other skill or creativity or even some spiritual knowledge as well. Whatever you learn now will stay with you for a long run. So use this period and work with dedication. Virgo Ascendant. For Virgo natives, Saturn is direct in your 7th house in the sign of Pisces in Purvabhadrapda Nakshatra. Saturn rules your 5th and your 6th house. And here, if you were facing relationship issues during Saturn's retrograde phase, then this is the time when you can slowly start working on those matters. Both you and your partner will need to show effort, because healing cannot happen from just one side. Saturn will help you sort out those issues and make the bond stronger with time, if both of you are willing to work on your relationship. Since Saturn rules your 6th house, some small arguments or misunderstandings may still come up, but nothing can be very serious if you both act maturely in your marriage. And Saturn Saturn will stay in your 7th house until 2027 mid. So naturally, it will bring some or the other responsibilities in marriage. Instead of feeling stressed or frustrated, it will be better to accept these responsibilities calmly and handle them with patience. This is essentially important for those people who usually avoid responsibilities. Try to understand each other and avoid reacting in anger. If someone is stuck in toxic relationship and has faced severe problems during retrograde period, then this direct motion of Saturn may bring improvement or even may help you walk away from that unhealthy situation. If you are unmarried, this period can bring marriage opportunities. But marriages that happen in this phase will be highly karmic in nature. So take decisions wisely and carefully. Your spouse may also face some minor health issues while Saturn is here. So do keep an eye on that. If you are into business and have been working with honesty and steady effort, then Saturn will slowly start giving you positive results. Progress will come gradually. Nothing will come suddenly. But it will come gradually. So patience is very important. If you struggle in business during the retrograde phase, you may feel some relief now. Some issues may still remain because Saturn is the 6th lord and Rahu is in the 6th house too. But overall things will feel lighter than before. People in fields like law, healing, medicine, auditing or similar professions can see good support during this period. At the same time, please be very mindful of your speech while dealing with public, because the way you speak will shape your public image until Saturn is in this house. Now, the third aspect of Saturn will fall on your 9th house in Taurus. This aspect works like a purification, as I always say. And this is the last phase of Saturn in Purvabhadrapda. So, very slowly you will see your luck opening up. Especially if you have worked honestly and ethically, then you will see your luck is favoring you and you will see some positive results as well. Although you will still need to work hard because purification means steady effort, but your efforts will start giving rewards in a very beautiful manner. And this is a very beautiful period for higher studies. Students will need to work hard, but whatever they learn now will benefit them for a long time. Your father's health may need some attention, so please keep an eye on that. If you have any relationship issue with your father, then this is a good time to try to heal them. Spiritually, this period is also a very beautiful period because Ketu is in your 12th house, Saturn is aspecting your 9th and 1st and the 4th house, and this can really help you grow from inside, grow spiritually. Now, the 7th aspect of Saturn will fall on your ascendant, the sign of Virgo. So your health becomes very important here. This is a good time to improve your lifestyle, eating habits, sleep routine and overall discipline. These changes will support your health in a long run. If you want to lose weight, this period can help you. But if you are already underweight, then please take proper care of your diet and in general sense to all, drink enough water because Saturn tends to shrink water intake in the 1st house when it aspects 1st house. Now the 10th aspect of Saturn will fall on your 4th house, the sign of Sagittarius, where Jupiter is also aspecting. Now this period can support the purchase of any house, property or asset. You may also make some repairs or renovations in your home. Some family or home related matters may pop up during this period, but Saturn and Jupiter both will guide you on how to handle them if you are willing to notice that guidance. Home and mother related responsibilities may continue, but if your mother has been unwell for quite some time, then you may see some improvement here. Property matters can also be sorted out during this period. But if you are buying property, please make sure all documents and legal formalities are done properly to avoid disputes later on. On a personal level, try to find happiness in small things at home and in your daily life. The simple shift will bring positivity inside you and will help you feel more supported and helpful during this transit. Libra Ascendants. For Libra natives, Saturn is moving direct in the sign of Pisces in your 6th house in Purvabhadrapda Nakshatra. Now Saturn rules your 4th and your 5th house, and when Saturn is here in Purvabhadrapda in 6th house, it will give you the strength to face your enemies, competition and challenges. Saturn will bring certain situations in your life to deal with them and to rise above them. It will push you to deal all these challenges in your life. If you were facing problems, disputes or pressure during Saturn's retrograde motion in Purvabhadrapda, then this direct motion here will slowly show you a clear path. You will begin to understand how to handle things step by step, and you will learn how to deal with these situations more wisely. Because Saturn is in the 6th house, it may also bring some health concerns. But this happens so that you can recognize what needs attention and learn to take care of yourself in a better manner. Saturn, who brings the challenges, also gives the strength to overcome them. That is why avoiding problems or running away will not help. Meet everything with patience, and you will come out wiser and stronger. This is also a beautiful time to do something social or charity work if you feel called to help others. If you have been preparing for competitive exams since a long time, then this period can give you positive results if your chart supports. Saturn here will support you if you stay disciplined in your studies and do not use any shortcuts. And apart from that, try to stay disciplined in your daily routine life. Try to wake up on time, eat on time, sleep on time, and include some regular exercises or yoga or meditation if you can. These small things will keep your health stable. If your children were facing health issues during Saturn's retrograde phase, then you may see some slight relief now, even though it may not be completely gone because Rahu is still in the 5th house in Sattvisha. There may also be small misunderstandings with children as well during this period. But there will be a slight relief if you have been facing any issue during retrograde motion. So try to stay very calm and gentle and warm in your conversations and your actions and reactions with your children. Avoid being harsh with them. Now the third aspect of Saturn will fall on the sign of Taurus, your 8th house. It is important to take care of your health and avoid heavy investments in speculative market. This is a good time to improve your relationship with your in-laws if there were any issues before. You may also notice some changes in your joint finances with your spouse. For people working in law, auditing, healing, spiritual practices, astrology, occult, archaeology, insurance, research, and this period can be very useful to you. You may even feel inspired to start learning or exploring these topics more deeply. There may be small ups and downs in life, but things will be manageable. So handle everything with patience and steady mind. Now the 7th aspect of Saturn will fall on the sign of Virgo, your 12th house. This again highlights the need to stay disciplined because your sleep and overall health could get affected. Try to reduce screen time in the evenings and stay as relaxed as you can. Jupiter aspects your 4th house, bringing some hopefulness and positivity into your heart. If you allow that joyful energy to come in, then it will help you help your health, both physical and mental health. It will help your sleep to improve as well. This can be a good period for foreign travel or work connected to foreign places. If your chart supports it, then it can happen. Apart from that, please stay away from unhealthy habits like excessive alcohol, smoking, or anything harmful to your body, because Saturn will not support these habits and they may increase health issues. Now, the 10th aspect of Saturn will fall on the sign of Sagittarius, your third house, where Jupiter is also aspecting. This phase can give you the courage to start something new, like a project, venture, business, new initiative. Saturn's aspect may bring some obstacles, but that is only to make the foundation more stronger. Try to stay motivated and do proper research work before starting anything. If you take careful steps, the result will support you in the long run. If you learn from your mistakes, past mistakes, then you will really see some positive results. Apart from that, your bond with your siblings may improve, and they may even play a helpful or guiding role in your life. At the same time, small misunderstandings with neighbors may arise, so try to remain calm and handle things with wisdom and patience. Scorpio ascendant. For Scorpio natives, Saturn is moving direct in Pisces in your 5th house in Purvabhadrapda Nakshatra. If your children were facing health issues during Saturn's retrograde phase, then this is the time when you may see some relief here. It may not be a complete relief, but you will notice things becoming a little lighter. For students who have been studying sincerely, this phase can bring positive results. You will still need to continue working hard, because Saturn is going to remain in Pisces for some time until mid 2027, but the pressure will feel a little less compared to the retrograde period. If you are struggling to learn something or feeling stuck during the retrograde phase, then this is the supportive time to start afresh. Rahu in Satabisha, Saturn in the 5th house, Jupiter in the 8th house will create a very beautiful combination for learning new skills, new subjects, or upgrading your knowledge. This process will not be instant, and you will have to put in consistent effort, but whatever you learn now will stay with you for a long time and may even help you in the future. During this time, you may also feel certain responsibilities towards your children. So you have to focus on their studies, their health, and their overall well-being a bit more. If you are planning for a child, then this period can bring positive results, although the things may move slowly or come with a few delays. If you are already expecting, then please take good care of your health. Students should stay away from laziness and try to maintain discipline, because it will benefit them greatly. This time is also positive for people working with children or children-related fields, such as doctors, such as pediatric doctors, teachers, child counselors, or any field related to children. You may see some growth or stability in your work. Some people may even be able to adopt a child if their chart supports it. Apart from that, during this period, it is better to avoid taking big risk in speculative markets for now. Now, the third aspect of Saturn will fall on the sign of Sagittarius, your 7th house. If you are unmarried, this can bring marriage opportunities. However, relationships formed during this time will carry strong karmic energy. So it is very important to know the person well before making things official, especially because Rahu is in Satabisha right now. If you are married, this is a good period for you and your spouse to work together on your relationship. If both of you try to try with maturity, your connection can become even more stronger by the time Saturn leaves Pisces. Saturn may bring extra responsibilities in marriage, so please do not avoid responsibilities. Running away from them can create unnecessary complications. Communication with your partner needs to be calm, warm, and gentle, because your words will play a big role in how your relationship moves forward. If you handle your communication wisely, you will see your relationship becoming healthier. For those in business, this phase can bring changes. So whatever big decision you take, try to plan it carefully and have a backup plan ready with you. Now the 7th aspect of Saturn will fall on the sign of Virgo, your 11th house. Some financial relief will be felt during this period. However, it may not be complete relief, because Saturn's energy is still involved. But the pressure will feel lighter compared to before. Still, you need to be careful with your finances, because your spending may also increase with your income. This is the right time for Scorpionators to focus more on savings rather than spending on unnecessary things. This is important because Saturn will enter your 6th house in 2027 and will aspect your 12th house. So whatever savings you make now will help you later during that period. If your chart supports it, and if you were facing delays in promotion, then this period may bring a promotion or even a transfer, but responsibilities will increase along with that as well. Now the 10th aspect of Saturn will fall on your 2nd house, the sign of Sagittarius, where Jupiter is also aspecting. This combination brings some financial support and small relief, because Jupiter's aspect provides a protective energy, and you may also find new ways of earning money or new ideas for the same. But it is necessary to stay ethical and honest. Anything earned through shortcuts or unethical methods will not last long, because Saturn will not support it. Family responsibilities may continue, but the environment at home will feel lighter than it was during retrograde phase. If the whole family was feeling irritated or frustrated earlier, now that feeling will slowly reduce. You may even find some small moments of happiness with your family. Even though Saturn will still keep things a little serious, but still this period will be much lighter than before in family matters. This is also a good time to work on your communication skills. Some changes may also come in the family, such as a new member joining or something similar to that, depending on your chart. Sagittarius ascendant. For Sagittarius native, Saturn is moving direct in the sign of Pisces in your 4th house in Purvabhadrapda Nakshatra. Now, if you have been feeling emotional heaviness, distance, or mental pressure during Saturn's retrograde, then you may notice small relief now. The tension at home may ease a little bit, though not completely, because Saturn's influence is still present. If you were trying to buy a house and faced delays, then this is the time when you can try again. Be prepared to compromise a little. You may not get exactly what you wanted or what you dreamed of, and paperwork must be checked carefully so nothing causes trouble later on. However, responsibilities will remain, and you should keep an eye on your mother's health as well. Some renovation or repair work at home could also appear now, and you will need to balance all these tasks with your other duties as well during this period. Now, coming to the aspects of Saturn, the 3rd aspect of Saturn will fall on the sign of Taurus, your 6th house. If you felt stuck during the retrograde, motion of Saturn, then you might start to see some improvement in your daily matters, daily routines, health, competitors, or workplace disputes. And however, things won't change overnight, but you will get clearer guidance on how to handle things and difficulties. Saturn asks for steady effort, so you must do your karma honestly, and with persistence. You will slowly win over problems and fears. This is a favorable period for people preparing for competitive exams, provided you keep working hard. Now, the 7th aspect of Saturn will fall on the sign of Virgo, your 10th house. Now, here you will need to balance personal life and your work life carefully. I know it is not very easy to do that, but try to at least make an effort. If your work was not being noticed earlier, then you may now see luck turning into your favor, though recognition will come as a result of continued hard work. Some stress with bosses or colleagues may remain, so patience and professional conduct will help you through. Now, the 10th aspect of Saturn will fall on the sign of Sagittarius, where Jupiter is also aspecting. This double aspect is powerful and can be deeply transformative. It can reshape your priorities, your habits, even your personality in helpful manner. If your chart supports it, this is a strong period to work on yourself, focus on health and refine habits, and give honest efforts to the areas that need change. Jupiter's aspect will bring protection and give you a chance to grow, while Saturn will teach you discipline and patience. So one simple tip here, avoid hasty or impulsive decisions now. Think things through carefully. Plan with care and choose wisely. Use this period to learn something new that upgrades you as a person, upgrades your skills and even your knowledge. Studying, training, or starting a disciplined routine will pay off in the long run. This is also a good time to face your fears. If you meet challenges with intention, with good intention and steady action, then both Saturn and Jupiter will support your growth and make you stronger and more resilient. Capricorn Ascendant. For Capricorn natives, Saturn is moving direct in the sign of Pisces in Purvabhadrapda Nakshatra in your 3rd house. If you felt delays or blockages during the retrograde motion, especially in new ideas, projects, initiation, business plans, ventures, then this direct motion can slowly bring positive movement here. If you learn from earlier mistakes and try to work on it, then you will now understand better what needs to be done and how to move forward more clearly. This is also a good time to work on your communication, to refine your communication. It may not feel easy because Rahu is in your second house and Saturn is in the 3rd house, because these two planets can make your speech more blunt and sharp, which sometimes can create unnecessary misunderstandings. But Saturn is teaching you patience here. So if you stay mindful and try to improve, you will learn when to speak, how much to speak, and what to avoid saying. It's a slow process, but the improvement will be very real. This period may also push you to confront fears you usually avoid. Try not to run away from them because Saturn supports you when you make honest efforts. Apart from that, short travels may also come up during this period. Now the 3rd aspect of Saturn will fall on the sign of Taurus, your 5th house. If you have been facing difficulties in conceiving child for a long time, then this aspect can slowly bring some relief. If you are already pregnant, prioritize your health. Children may have minor issues, but nothing too heavy if handled properly. Saturn's aspect means your attention will naturally go towards your children's need, their studies and overall well-being. Along with that, this is also a very beautiful period for spiritual practices, mantra chanting, or anything that helps you calm your mind. Now the seventh aspect of Saturn will fall on the sign of Virgo, your ninth house. If you felt like luck was blocked or things were not supporting you earlier, you may now see slow improvement. Saturn will favor you more if you stay honest, ethical and grounded. If your relationship with your father has been difficult, then this period will give you a space to start healing it. Even though some misunderstandings may still appear, but some consistent effort will really help you. Now the 10th aspect of Saturn will fall on the sign of Sagittarius, your 12th house, where Jupiter is also aspecting. This will bring some soothing energy. Apart from that, sleep issues, restlessness, anxiety may start reducing. If you had health concerns due to Saturn's retrograde influence, then you may feel a little better during this time. This is also a very good period when foreign travel or opportunities related to abroad may pop up if your chart supports it. It is a supportive time for people involved in healing, astrology, yoga, medical fields, spiritual healing, spiritual work, or anything connected to foreign lands, import, export, or working in MNC. The double transit of Saturn and Jupiter on your 12th house is extremely spiritually uplifting. It can deepen your connection with the divine, with your higher self. And as said earlier, this is also a good period for meditation, inner healing and self-growth. Aquarius ascendant. For Aquarius native, Saturn is moving direct in Pisces in your second house in Purvabhadrapda Nakshatra. And Saturn rules your 12th house and your first house. This direct motion can feel a little lighter compared to the retrograde phase. If you faced pressure, confusion or difficulties earlier, you may now feel a small sense of relief. However, some challenges will still continue, but the heaviness will reduce a bit than earlier. Finances and family matters may slowly improve. Saturn in the second house can actually help in building stable income. So, some of you may see financial gains if your chart supports it. But since Saturn is your 12th lord position in the second house, expenses will also increase. So try to manage your money with discipline. Keep unnecessary spending under control because Rahu is in your first house, and that can Rahu can make you do unnecessary expenses to buy things you don't really need. So if your desires keep increasing, it can create financial stress later on. So try to stay grounded and practical. Avoid investing blindly anywhere, and think very carefully before putting your money into anything. And also please avoid spending recklessly. This period is also asking you to be disciplined with food and lifestyle because Saturn is in the second house, which affects both physical and your emotional well-being. And it is very important to be very disciplined in your food and lifestyle during this period because this will affect both your physical and mental well-being. Keeping your eating habits clean, simple, healthy will help your mind stay peaceful during this period, both physical and mental health. It is also a good period to improve your communication as well, because Rahu is in your first house which sometimes can create overconfidence. You may feel your tone is normal even when it sounds harsh to someone else. Such things may happen. Not everyone will feel like this, but if someone gives you a feedback about your communication, at least think about it once. If you want to improve, you can refine your speech with effort. Saturn will help you here, and it will not happen suddenly. But with patience, you will learn when to speak, how much to speak, and and what to speak. Saturn will teach you here if you give your effort. Now, the third aspect of Saturn will fall on the sign of Taurus, your fourth house. This may bring a little comfort at home, though not completely, because Rahu is in the first house and Saturn's placement in the second can still disturb inner peace sometimes, or family peace. But compared to the retrograde phase, you may feel better here. This is also a time when you can work on family issues if you want to heal any emotional distance with your family. Responsibilities at home may increase, but if you accept them calmly and fulfill them without frustration, Saturn will slowly release some pressure from your shoulders. Minor health concerns to your mother may remain, so take care of her health and try to handle things patiently. Small misunderstandings are normal in any family, so approach everything with maturity, which will help you keep relationships strong. Now, the seventh aspect of Saturn will fall on your 8th house, the sign of Virgo. This is the time to look after your health, especially anything connected with your eyes, mouth, feet, or any chronic issues. Please don't ignore them. There may also be small disagreements with in-laws if your chart supports it. Some sudden gains may come as well, but only if your chart supports again. It could be something related to property or inheritance. But apart from that, avoid risky investments, because there will be strong temptation to take shortcuts for quick profits. It is safer to think long term and choose low risk options during this period. Now, the 10th aspect of Saturn will fall on the sign of Sagittarius, where Jupiter is also aspecting on your 11th house. This combination can help you fulfill a few of your genuine wishes if you have been honest and ethical in your efforts. Saturn supports sincerity, and you may also receive gains from your family. This could be money, guidance, knowledge, or even valuable life experience. If your chart allows, this period may even bring promotions, especially if they were delayed earlier because of Saturn's retrograde phase. Your social circle may also shift. Some people may enter your life, some may leave, and this will entirely depend on your chart. But overall, this double transit will bring some better opportunities, clarity for the future. Pisces ascendant. For Pisces native, Saturn is moving direct in your first house in the sign of Pisces in Purvabhadrapda Nakshatra. Now, and Saturn rules your 11th and your 12th house. So this period can feel a little lighter compared to the retrograde phase. If you went through pressure, confusion, emotional heaviness during Saturn's retrograde, then you may now feel a little bit relaxation here. Saturn will release you only in certain areas of your life, not in everything, because Saturn is still present in the first house and it has a long journey left here. But whatever relief you get will feel important for you. Because Saturn is in your first house, health becomes the most important focus. If you had major health issues during the retrograde period, then you may feel a bit more comfortable now, but you still need to take good care of yourself. Rahu and Ketu are in your 6-12 axis, which means you need to stay away from unhealthy habits, whether it is smoking, drinking, drugs, irregular routine, or anything that disturbs your mind or body. This is the time to get disciplined. Try to be active. Exercise regularly, do yoga, pranayama, meditation. Even just simple breathing exercises will help you a lot. Waking up early, sleeping on time can make a huge difference in your life. Try to reduce screen time after evening and try to keep yourself stress-free as much as possible. Start seeking happiness in small things, because this will keep your mind relaxed. Eating healthy and sattvic diet will also help you, because Saturn in the first house reacts very strongly to your daily routine. So all these small habits together will help you in improving your health. Rahu in the 12th house and Saturn being the 12th lord in the first house can easily disturb your sleep. So discipline in your sleep is also very important. Try not to overthink. Try not to hold everything inside. If something is troubling you, troubling your mind, share it with someone you trust. For many Pisces natives, your mother will act as a guiding force during this transit, so speaking to her may bring comfort and clarity. Spiritually, this is again a very deep and a beautiful period. Saturn, the lord of gain and liberation, position in the first house can pull you strongly towards spiritual growth. If your chart supports it, and if Rahu works positively in your chart, then this combination can take you to a higher level of spiritual awareness. However, it is rare in Kali Yuga, but it is not impossible. This is also the right time to move out of self-doubt, negative thoughts, or any sort of sadness. Try to keep your mind strong and focus on overall growth, mental, physical, emotional, and career growth. Remind yourself to think positively and stay focused on becoming better version of yourself. Now the third aspect of Saturn will fall on your third house, the sign of Taurus. If you had problems with neighbors earlier, then you may feel a small amount of relief. This is also a wonderful time to improve your communication. If you want to learn any new skill, especially something related to manual skills related to hands, then this is the right time, because whatever you learn now will guide you for a long time. This is also a moment to come out of your fears. If you want to start a new project, business, then start preparing for it now. Work on the flaws, do your research, and be patient. Saturn in the first house pushes you either towards discipline and growth or towards laziness and delay. It is your choice which direction you take. Try to face your fears and move forward one step at a time. This transit can also bring travel or change of place for some Pisces natives. Now the seventh aspect of Saturn will fall on your seventh house, the sign of Virgo. If your marriage went through stress during retrograde phase, then you may now feel some relief here. Saturn will still test both of you and your spouse, but not to damage your relationship, only to make it stronger. If both you and your spouse are genuinely trying to improve things with maturity, wisdom, and patience, then Saturn will bless you with a deeper bond by the time it leaves Pisces. Try to consider your spouse's feelings and wishes. Give them time and space, their space. Saturn in the first house is trying to bring maturity within you, and Jupiter's guidance will support you. Using both Saturn's patience and Jupiter's wisdom will really help you, your marriage grow beautifully. Now this 10th aspect of Saturn will fall on your 10th house, the sign of Sagittarius, where Jupiter is also aspecting. This can bring changes in your career if your chart supports. Some of you may change your job, roles, fields. Whatever decision you take during this time, take them with patience and with wisdom. Have a backup plan and avoid quick emotional or hasty actions because Saturn will not support that. Avoid shortcuts in your job or in your business. Stick to the right path, and over a period of time, Saturn and Jupiter will support your long-term stable growth. The results will not arrive instantly, but the progress will be there. Some Pisces natives may also feel a slight reduction in work pressure or office politics. If your chart supports it, this transit can also bring increments. Try your best to balance personal and professional life. I know it is not easy, but even a small effort can really help. Giving time to your family, your work, and also yourself will keep you grounded during this important transit. So that's it for today. Do not forget to subscribe, like and share, and hype this video with your friends and family. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Until then, take care and Narayan, Narayan.